It's good to
Good,
see you for the first time.
good.
Wow. Meet you virtually. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So tell me about your spiritual husband.
Daddy Freeze, I know everybody here will not believe, but I want them to listen before they start talking. So last year,
Hmm.
2021, back in Nigeria, I came back to Nigeria. I came back to Nigeria 2022 December. I was preparing for my wedding, white wedding, court wedding, and traditional marriage. Most of my friends will testify. I'm actually talking to you with my business page because I didn't want people to see the name of the person talking. So
Hmm.
now, while we're preparing for that wedding, it's terrible. A night, before that night, I started having so many attacks. I myself, I will sleep on the bed with my fiance and I will wake up with a lot of water in my hair. And I did not swim. There was no water in the bed. There was no rain in the room. At a point, he called my elder brother back here to say he does not understand the strange things happening to me, that he's scared. But as God may have it, my ex-husband, as I'll call him now, because that thing separated us, was a very strong man. So he decided to continue. As if that was not enough, when I got to Abuja for our court wedding, a night to the court wedding, he left us, me and my girlfriends, at the hotel apartment, and he went to visit his friends in a senator's house. And in that senator's house he got to, there is no bush anywhere close. He just parked his car. He was about to step down. Then something in him, I don't know, maybe an instinct, told him to pull that car away and park in another place because the security outside was already screaming. So he revised and parked in another place. Then behold, there was black mamba on the floor, very huge black mamba on the floor. Assuming he stepped down, that black mamba would have beat him. So they started looking for something, I don't know, stick, whatever, to kill the black mamba, and they disappeared. They couldn't find it, just what this guy was just talking about. That's why I said it is real. So he called me from there, honey, see what's going on. No. Me and my friends, we started praying. I said, this spiritual husband thing will not leave me because that thing has been happening to me since I was 13. I'm serious, Daddy Freeze, you're laughing. I've been to different prayer houses while I was living in Nigeria for deliverance. And at the time, the pastors were using me for show. Then I stopped, attending.
Using
When
you
I
for
got show, they will call me out and be using me for it. You know what I mean? For show. Like, they're not praying or delivering me for real. At a time, some pastors will even leave what I came from and start asking me out. That story for another day. So that made me lose my faith in whatever they were doing in Nigeria. And when I came back here, I understood how to pacify those kind of things, and then continue your way. So that wedding happened. That's the court marriage. Then we were planning for the traditional marriage and the white wedding, and I started bleeding from nowhere. This bleeding was so much, and it was a side effect of an injection the doctor gave to me. Physically, that's what it was. But spiritually, that bleeding was an attack. I'm not joking, Daddy Freeze. I bleeded for 13 months, 8 emergency rooms here in America. No jokes. I can forward you the videos, the pictures, everything. 13 good months. 13 good, back to back, on daily basis. I was bleeding in the emergency room. My wedding date passed. It was for June 9, June 6 and June 9, traditional and white. People have received their shebi, everything. That wedding did not hold. At a point, they said the only way is for that man to leave me for now, because my family went to ask questions, his own family, his dad, his mom, they went to ask questions. They said he has to leave me for now, for me to be alive. Because it was if I continued with that wedding, I wouldn't be here speaking to you right now. And he was seeing the spiritual husband attacking him. At a point, they took me to the sea for a deliverance. And the sea is around somewhere called Shangotedo in Lagos, in Lekki. While we were by the sea, the spiritualist was trying to do what she was doing. We saw somebody coming out with a big canoe, very handsome man. I've never seen that kind of cuteness in my life. He's not fair, but he was in his glory, like he was shining. He's not fair, he's not dark, he's so cute. And the woman asked me to run and never look back because that was my spiritual husband coming out. And he was angry that why are they bringing things to him? He doesn't need anything. All he wants for them to leave me alone. So my family was like, okay, let this wedding. And that's the truth. Each time I try to get married, something happens. It's either the guy have accident or something will just terrible. I'm not joking, Daddy Freeze. This
a question. What if the guy, you are not a virgin, obviously?
No, I'm not.
So the guys will arrange you, will do fakafiki with you. Waiting to them.
You don't want to talk about that one. I could give you an example of when I was schooling in Ghana. I studied in University of Ghana, Legon. The guy I was dating, he went broke. He was so wealthy, he even bought me a Range Rover in school. Do you know when we started dating? I always tell men when they meet me, please, let's don't have sex. Leave of it.
Don't call that. Call it another because of our
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm like, let's don't do attitude, let's do attitude after marriage, and there will be so much, oh, how can I be with a beautiful woman? I can't touch you, blah, 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 blah. Once we start doing attitude, business begins to go down. My last guy I was dating, he has slept. If not, I would have asked him to come live. He will come and tell you. He'll tell me, nothing is happening. Let's do it. I beg, forget. Do you know this guy's business? As I speak to you, he's in Asaba, in Nigeria. He's no longer traveling abroad the way he used to do. He lost everything he had in Accra. And his family went to ask questions. They said he was my spiritual husband. This is no jokes. This is no jokes. I'm not Daddy Freeze. People shouldn't joke with things like this. It's happening. I'm a living witness. Look at me. I said I didn't get married again. It's cancelled. I hope the spiritual husband is not forcing the fit.
Cool. Spiritual husband,
it can't do anything. I ain't scared of it anymore anyway.
You are no longer scared of your spiritual husband?
No, not at all. Because I saw it live. And okay, let me tell you another story that I encountered with it, okay? With him, sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't call you it. I'm saying him, you. So now, I'm not joking that I say I see him now. We see physically, not just me. Even my cousin's wife sees her own too. She's from Togo. This is no joke. You people think this is a joke. It's not jokes, Daddy Freeze. Oh, I don't know why you don't. Are you surprised? Like, you're not a Nigerian, not just in Nigeria, all over. Even here in the US, I talk to my real American friends, and they talk about this.
Husband physically.
I said I saw him physically after he came out that day. Then after that, on a different occasion. Okay, let me explain something to you. Back in Nigeria, anytime I visit, I have an interior decor company. So I do go to houses to check my workers and what they are doing. So this time, my girlfriend, I won't call her name. She's a very popular actress. She called me and said, let's go for a contract. When we got into that house, we saw more than 5 or 6 men in the place. She now texts me, these people are too much here. I say, calm down. This is the reason why I did taekwondo. They can't do anything to us. She's like, let's call our police driver to come in. I said, I beg, one police driver, what can he fight 5, 6 men? I said, only me can take these 5 men down. Relax, let's see the work we came to do. So the guy was showing us, he wanted us to renovate his house, blah, blah, blah. On that process, when they went upstairs, one of the guys there started talking to me. And he looked so much like this guy that I saw that night at the sea. So I was looking at him like, I've seen you before. He was laughing. He said, don't worry, later you will know where you met me from. When my girlfriend finished talking with her client and we were about to leave, then he now asked me, the guy now asked me, and I told him I can't come out because I'm using my friend's car and my car has an issue. I didn't tell him the name of my car. He also has the same car. It was a Mercedes G-Wagon. He has the same one and he has an S-Class. Do you know what he did? He said, don't worry, I will help you start your car. I'll help you repair your car. I said, how? He said, don't worry, let's go. I'm like, are you a mechanic? He said, let's go. My girlfriend was like, princess, what's your own? No, why are you taking this guy following you to your house? We just met him here. I said, I'm not scared, let's go. Do you know when we got to my house? I don't know the magic he did. My car that refused to start for 2 days. I was waiting for the mechanic. He comes from the mainland. This car started. I know Mercedes doesn't normally give problems, especially G-Wagon. It's a very good car. Okay, now, that same day, my girlfriend refused to leave. He now told me that I should make my girlfriend leave. He wants to tell me something. You understand? So I now told her, I said, babe, because she's my very close friend, I said, you need to go because this guy wants to talk to me. She's like, in their house, if you want something, we should go, to the... I said, I don't think so. This thing is very, very serious. That I want to hear what he wants to discuss with me, that he wouldn't buy. She said, okay, she's going to do Uber, that her car and the police driver will wait for me just in case, because she doesn't trust this guy that is doing magic from nowhere. I was just laughing. So me and her now planned. I used my second phone to call her on WhatsApp and leave it on, turn it upside down. She will just be listening to the conversation. You understand why she's going. So do you know the first thing that happened? Immediately we entered my sitting room back. The guy took my phone and off it. I was looking at him like there was no way he could know. I sat in my friend's car and we planned that thing. He was outside, very far from the compound. So I was shocked. So he now said, listen, let me tell you, princess, all those things you people brought to the water, don't you think it was too much? I swear, I screamed. I called the spiritualist woman, the prophetess. I called her immediately. I said, Mama, my spiritual husband is in my sitting room. She was like, calm down, princess. What? I said, he's here. She was like, calm down. You know you have asthma. You're going to have attack. He took the phone and he turned it off. He kept it by the side. He said, I'm not going to do anything to you. He was sitting down. His leg was joined together. Like his leg is like a fish. He's very tall, very cute. He's not sitting straight. Daddy Freeze, no jokes. This thing I'm telling you is no jokes. If I finish, I will tag you on my personal page. You can go behind me, talk to all my actress friends about this thing I'm telling you. They will tell you that it happened live. I'm not joking. I didn't want to talk to you on my personal page. That's why I came on here, because I don't want people to carry this story tomorrow. I want to protect, my ex-husband, me, my family, and all that. This happened live. And he warned me. He said all the things we brought was too much, that I need to come back and appease the spirits, that we're not fighting, that he's only there to protect me, that the people of the water want me back. But he told them that they should just give me more time. I said, no, they don't own me. God owns me. He said I should calm down, that God created the earth, the heaven, the water, the sea, everything in it. Why do we think that the water is bad? That's what the question he asked me. He said, so why? I swear, that's the question he asked me.
I'm with you, sis.
Okay. He said, why do we think the sea is bad? Meanwhile, we walk on earth. We do other things. Why is it particular sea that everybody has problem with? Now, why am I calling God? Is it not the same God? He said, oh yeah, let's call God now. He was joining me to call God. It's no joke. He said, if you shout God from now till tomorrow, God is not going to come down here to do anything for you. I'm telling you that where you came from, they want you back, and I've told them to allow me come talk to you. He said, why? Because I'm not doing what I was sent to come and do. That if this thing is no joke. Do you know I'm three? I'm three. As I am now, I have three. I'm three like me, identical three. We are not triplets. I don't know them from Adam. These are just my replica. Do you know? Oh, things are happening in this world that are so deep. One day I'm going to talk about my story, which some of my friends knows already. Do you know I don't go for boat cruise? I don't do all those. No, I don't, because the boat will capsize. My friends will even tell you, if Princess is coming, we're not going. It's no jokes. Things are happening. They are spiritual husband. I'm not joking. Believe it or not.
Now. So how did that night now end? You and the guy.
It ended where? We spoke till 2:30 a.m. At a point, I had to text my sister. She's upstairs. I told her to come downstairs, that my spiritual husband is in the sitting room. She told me I'm mad. She went to the room and grabbed her son. I locked the door. So I want her to come and make something that will kill her. So he now said, if I'm too scared that he's going to leave, but I shouldn't look for him. We don't need to exchange number, that he will find me anytime he needs to find me. Then he told me that I have a beautiful daughter in the water, that I need to bring the girl back to life.
Hold on. Mary say, call on Jesus. Mary, let me tell you, Jesus, not the walk. Jesus.
My sister, I called. Nigerians don't understand anything. They are still, tell her I'm a woman of God. I know spiritual things. Tell her to calm down. I called, there is nothing that I did not call. As I'm calling, the guy was calling with me, blood of Jesus. He said, blood of Jesus. He was doing it with me, nothing. You people don't understand. You see the way I was talking, and I told you I'm sorry.
I didn't tell you, say Jesus no get any power. They follow me argue.
Why are you calling Jesus? You will call the name of Yeshua. Because if you people keep saying Jesus from now to tomorrow, which of the Jesus? Is Jesus of us now? Or which Jesus are you calling upon? You understand? That's the thing.
My darling, thank you. You see, I've tried for a very long time to connect the people with the truth. This whole spiritual husband series, and I've been doing it. I wanted to do a whole week, but unfortunately, I had paid and booked my live session, so I could not go back to back. But I'm going to do a full week of spiritual husband and spiritual wife next week.
People, you will be surprised at what your ear will hear. You will be so shocked. It was the topic that made me come to you. I listened to you. I like what you're doing, but your topic, I joined before with my private page. I now saw the topic. I said, no, I want to talk to you. I now went to this butterscotch page to join and now requested. It's happening live. It happened. It deprived me of getting married.
After that encounter, physical encounter,
yeah.
Does he phone you from time to time? Does he appear from?
Yes. In fact, we're in good times now. In fact, when I meet men now, I will ask him to check them out if they're okay. The ones he like. I'm not joking. We're in serious good times now. I wish I have a number to call him. I would have called him to, I don't know, for you to hear his voice. What did you say?
This live.
The number is some 7777 number. When he calls me, if you call back that number.
Come on, let me interview the two of you. I want to interview spiritual husband.
You will be shocked. He will call me after this show because he's listening to me. He's hearing what we're talking about. It's no joke that the phrase.
I'm not joking.
You're even talking about the spiritual husband. What about pastors in Lagos? I don't want to talk. I'm a very popular person that are using mystic powers. About the pastors are using mystic power. Then you're telling me about somebody who came from the water. They are wearing suits because people no longer go to the bush. They are all wearing suits in the altar of Pastor Daddy Freeze. I don't want to talk. I don't want problems.
Now. So let me ask you this question. What if now you meet a man that you like? Can you get married? Would he allow you to, would your spiritual husband allow you to marry now?
Do you know what I told him? I said, can we both get married? He said he cannot marry me physically. That if he marries me here physically, I'm going. I now said, oh yeah, now allow me get married. He now said, no problem. When the right person comes, he will let me know that most people who comes to me, they are coming to me because they need American papers, not that they are genuine. That's why he keep attacking them, that I don't see what he sees. He is the one that made me know that my ex did not love me genuine. He was looking for something. And I had no idea. And no pastor, no prophetess told me this. Only him was able to expose my ex all by himself. And when I started asking my ex all the things he asked me to ask him, my ex started fighting me. Some people just have angels protecting them in the name of spiritual husband. I don't care what it is, but I like him. We're not fighting. I like him so much. I'm not joking. We're not fighting. We're in good times. I'm okay with it. When it's time for me to get married, I will get married to a man who will understand. He told me that my daughter is so beautiful that she needs to come here because when she comes to this life, when I give birth to her, she's a super intelligent woman. That the Freeze, do you know, after that night he left, I woke up around 4 a.m. I heard two ladies talking by my bedside. And I was hearing my voice. I said, which one am I hearing my voice? I now said, this thing is happening physical. Then I opened my eyes. I looked, I saw two people. One is sitting by my desk. One is on the other side of the window. And the other one was saying, do you know she's awake? She's pretending to be sleeping. I opened my eyes and I looked at them. They look like me. Exactly. 1 million times people have called me. Oh, Princess, I saw you in Germany. I'm like, you saw spirit, because I'm not in Germany. Maybe I'm in Nigeria. Another person will call me. I saw you in California. I'm like, I'm in Maryland. I'm not in California. 1 million times people have told me that they saw me exactly. That day I saw myself live, 2 places. 2. And what they were discussing, I cannot say here. And when they finished that discussion, that the freeze, they entered the wall and they left. No jokes. It happened to me live. No jokes. And when I called my spiritualist, she was laughing. She said that she knew that I'm going to encounter it someday. It's no jokes. Do you know I've been going with my girlfriend who is from Delta? She's British. Her parents brought her to Nigeria because of this spiritual husband issue. We're going to a place in Delta State for a Baba to help her because her own spiritual husband was running her mad, okay? We were going there. The Baba sent out 2 dwarfs, 1 man, 1 woman, to tell them that that woman with them should not come to his shrine. Yes, and that was me. That the freeze, I'm a priestess, you will not understand. He said that woman should not come with them. The people was begging me that I should sit in the car. As I refused, I kept walking. Do you know the man came out with back himself? And he was like, no, please, oh, we come to your kingdom to collect power. You cannot come to me. I will come to you. Please turn back. And when I was young, my grandma was into Owumiri. If you ask your wife, she's Igbo, ask her what is Owumiri, she will explain to you. This mermaid stuff thing. My mom's mom was into it. And they said she gave me the mantle. But I refused because I worship God. I said I don't want it. If I had known what I know now, I would have collected that mantle. Because, yes, I know a whole lot of things now. You can do all things. You can do all things because I don't know how to explain it so that people will not misquote me. But everything must not be in church. No, people are getting it all wrong. Even the people who brought the church. Yeah.
Your spiritual husband, what is his view on you being a Christian, for instance?
He doesn't even believe in Christianity. He just told me that he just says we are doing child's play. He doesn't know what is Christian, Muslim, all those things. He does not know it. And because when I used to shout blood of Jesus, he would ask me what is that. He that the phrase, please though. It's 8:37 p.m.
No power. Me, I know. You understand? But it comforts some Christians to just delude themselves into believing that if they shout blood of Jesus, somebody go answer them.
It's a lot. I wish this was not live, but I'm happy nobody knows my handle anyway. They can talk about one butterscotch.
It's always good to have different perspectives. And this is what live is about. A lot of Africanness has been demonized. And we have hidden away our true spirituality, seeking after the fake spirituality we imported from Oyinbo people.
So I noticed some people are writing that I have mental issue. Yes, I thought I had mental issue. And I went to
Please,
get
can we
therapy.
No,
yeah, I'm just trying to correct them. I live in the States for over 8 years. And yes, I've gone to talk to a therapist. And you believe that one of them, a white woman, my spiritual husband, has spoken to me through her before. A white lady who doesn't know me from her. The Nigerians should stop joking. They should stop joking. They joke a lot. You people don't know anything. Don't worry. Until you're walking on the road one day and somebody slaps you, then you understand that they are spirits. I'm listening. Sorry that the phrase.
Now, are you afraid of your spiritual husband? For instance, if you sit down and your spiritual husband appears, are you afraid?
I am. I am, because I don't always expect him when he shows up. But he does not come into the room because he knows I have high blood pressure and I'm asthmatic. He always knocks at the door. Or you could just see him sitting in my car. You could just, even here in America, he shows up. Whereas I knew him from Nigeria. He shows up. He does not need a ticket or airplane or say, come and pick me at the airport. He just shows up in my city, in my state, in my apartment without me giving him my address. This is very deep. Can it make you talk to my spiritualist if you doubt me? She will tell you all that I've been through trying to get deliverance. Then she told me to stop looking for deliverance. I should accept my fate and work together with it.
Spiritualist, your spiritualist, is she a Christian?
No, she's not a Christian. She's not a Christian.
So she said you should accept it. Now, I want to ask you a personal question. Have you done Fatafiki with this your spiritual husband before?
No, we've not done that. It has not happened. If he does it without me knowing, I don't have an idea. But him asking me to do it, no. I've tried, because he is so cute. He's not dark, he's not fair. I've tried to kiss him before and he refused. He told me he's protecting me. That's why he's not doing attitude with me. He told me, he said, I'm protecting you. Because, yes, that if it happens and I get pregnant, that the child's birth might kill me. And he does not want that because it's not an ordinary child. That's what he told me. Because we're going to produce superhuman. He said that to me, yes. No jokes.
Now, just a random question. Do you think he could be an alien from another planet? Or you think...
Do you know why I believe so? Where I live in Brookville, in my family house, we live in almost like a 9-bedroom big home. I have my own side. At night, exactly 2:30 a.m., there are these men on suits that looks like the people that acted, what's the name of that film that Will Smith did? One popular... is it Matrix? I don't know. Yeah, they wear black and black, and it's exactly 2:30 a.m. They always show up in my room, and when they show up, it's as if there is a camera on my ceiling that they are talking to me through. Then they line up and they will order me with a stick to get up. These are aliens. Do you know when I first told my brother in 2016 this was happening to me, he thought I was joking, until he empowered the whole environment with lights. You know, lights, they don't like lights. Then the camera started capturing them. Between 2:30. Will come in the morning, come and watch the camera. I got aliens. You will see them in numbers coming out from my side of the room. That's how my family began to believe that truly they are aliens. There are aliens here in America now, especially in New York. Anytime I go to New York, they try to make contact with me. So one of those days that those men comes in group, I see him, someone that looks like him with them, but he doesn't talk to me because the superior is the one speaking. No jokes. No jokes. Yes. Yes, there are. That's what I believe. They are from another planet, but we call it spiritual husband, blah, 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 blah. It's deeper. It's very, very deep. It's very, do you know that I've left a place where I'm with my friend and had kids before in North Carolina playing? We saw something like a spaceship coming down and everybody was running. Spaceship. Me, I'm always inquisitive. I said, I want to see this thing. Which spaceship? Yeah, I beg, let me see this person that is coming down with parachutes. Okay, do you know that they said from that time for about 20 hours I left, but when I came back I can't remember nothing. At times they blank my head off. I will not remember what happened in the past hours, and when I try to remember and I eventually remember, I will start having goosebumps. At times they won't let me speak for 2 days. I will go numb. Then later, if I've finished talking to you, I know I'm going to have an attack, but it won't be so much because I now understand all these things. I'm going to pray and I'm going to sleep. So aliens truly exist.
How do you pray? Explain to me, how do you pray?
So I pray in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. And all my life, I talk mostly to the Holy Spirit because I believe they have 3 offices, different offices. Then when I want to talk to Yeshua HaMashiach, I talk to him directly. You understand? I talk to God as if we're friends. I get excited when I want to go into his presence. Okay, so that's how I pray. I start in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Then I begin to pray. And most times I do more of thanksgiving because I believe that he knows my problems. He knows what I want to ask him. So I just thank him for what he's doing, what he's going to do, and what he has already done. And each time I open my mouth and say things, he keeps doing it for me. That's the truth. God so much loves me. All the things I've asked him for, he has done all. The only one me and him were having issue, me and God, is this marriage thing. I'm asking him, so this spiritual husband thing or this alien, are they now more powerful than you? That you do not want me to, settle down and have children at my age, So that's
How
the thing.
old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm 43. I know I don't look anything close to my age. I'm 43.
Now, final question. When was the last time you did Fakafiki with a man? And what was your spiritual husband's response?
Like 3 weeks ago. And now the guy is facing hard time here in America. No jokes.
So that still happens?
Yes, it still happens. I always tell them, let's don't do it. If you want to marry me, because if you do it after marriage, he's fine. But if you start doing it before, he does not like it. Now the guy is facing hardship. If not that, if he doesn't hear that this his truck has problem, because he's into trucks, these trucks that carries cars. A lot of things, even in his business in Nigeria and other countries, are going bad. And he went to talk to his Malim, because he's a Muslim, he's not a Christian. He will go and talk to his Malim, his own spiritualist, who happens to be his cousin. And he told me that I'm the person, that I'm the reason. That is my spiritual husband that is attacking him. And these are no Christians. They are Muslims. And he knows. Yes, he knows. He knows all my problems. He knows what I'm going through.
Whew. This was indeed a session.
Daddy Freeze. Okay.
Thank you for sharing your story. After this, your story, I'm not taking any more stories tonight. Maybe on Monday or maybe on Saturday, we're going to come back again. This, your story is like the final story for today.
For today, okay. Wow, I didn't know you've been doing it all day. I just came back from work and I saw this.
No, I've not been doing it all day. It's just that there's no that has capped this, your story, this far. Among all the spiritual husband and wife stories, this one has been the most, how do I say, the most convincing.
Spiritual husband do exist, and he does attack people that love the same person that he loves. It does exist. Whether they are alien or I don't know where they came from, they're interested in humans. And they are interested in some certain humans, not everybody. If you must have a gift that they need, or maybe, I don't know, you're supposed to become something. I don't know what they are looking for. I always ask him, even you, Daddy Freeze, you're very lucky because you're an elite. You're lucky you don't have spiritual wife. No jokes. You're very, very lucky.
My physical wife, after that.
I know. You're very lucky. You escaped it. Yeah, that's cool.
I behave myself. Thank you for sharing your story. I didn't ask your name intentionally so that people will not go and start searching about you or and all that. Yes, your story might eventually find itself on Instablog or one of those blogs, but it's good that we're having this conversation. And it's also good that we're having this conversation not necessarily from a point of fear, but from a point of these things exist. How do we understand them? How do we explain them? How do we accept other people's ideas of reality? The story sounds strange, but because we've been having this program for the last over a week, even though it's not been every day, people are used to you heard the guy's story, the guy who called and said his spiritual wife was a snake.
Well, that's what got me interested. When he said the snake was in his car, he was not hallucinating, he was actually there. And he tried warning me severally not to do that wedding. Finally, they now gave me bleeding for 13 months, 8 emergency rooms. I almost died. My blood reduced to 7. I think Daddy Freeze, don't worry, you will not understand. it is more serious than the eye can see what's going on in this world. If you talk to my friends, they will tell you, all my friends, all my close friends and family, they know about me and my spiritual issues and spiritual husband.
Now, have any of your friends met your spiritual husband one-on-one?
Is that one I told you that she was with me the first day we met? And that was the first and last time she... Okay, guess what? At times, when he calls me, she will tell me that if he calls me again, she wants to talk to him. I used to add her on the call and she talks to him.
Can I talk to this your friend one-on-one off?
No problem. You will talk to her. You will talk to her. I will. I'm going to write you with my private page when we finish go off this live. I'm going to write you on my private page. Just look through your DM, you'll see it. So you will talk to her. Yeah, she will tell you. She will tell you. At times, I said I've never been on a boat cruise in Nigeria. I've never done one too. And
what
all my friends... What about what?
Abroad. Have you gone on a boat cruise abroad before?
No, here I have not. I'm also scared. But in Ghana, when I was schooling in Legon, I've done a yacht cruise. 2 hours going to Akusambo and 2 hours coming back. But that was a fake lake. It's not a sea. It's a fake lake and nothing happened. Do you know I've also seen him in Dubai? I lived in Dubai, in JBL. There are sea around there. I've also seen him in Dubai. And I didn't give him my address and he just appears in my apartment. So this is very, very serious. I wish I could stop seeing him, but there's nothing I could do. Not just him, even the aliens who comes to me. They come maybe, it can happen 4 times in a year. And there's 6 of them wearing suits. And when they wake me up, they give me certain instructions. And when they finish, they ask me to go back to bed. When I wake up in the morning, I don't remember anything we discussed. That particular memory is blank off. But after a few days or few weeks, when I go do my therapy, the woman at times, she makes me remember. And when I remember, I tremble. I can't even say it to somebody. Aliens do exist, no jokes. And they're not as ugly as they are painting UFO. They dress up when they come. They are not that ugly species they are showing around. It's not them.
Wow. 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 Okay, my darling sister, thank you so much for sharing your story. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Before this live end, we're supposed to contribute money for this woman treat. No, you guys don't. You don't need to say things like that because you don't understand something. Does not mean the person that is going through it is not well.
No problem. I'm not well. If only they know who they are talking, who is talking here. They can't even do the work I do if they are not well. It's fine. I believe I'm not supposed to be well. Is it easy to see spirits and aliens?
All right, guys. Thank you so much, my sister. Take good care and God bless.
And bless you more. Bye.
Bye. Oh boy. Things they happen, oh. Things they happen, oh. Story is deep. And one thing I'd always tell you guys is life is not always what you make it out to be. That's all I can say. Take care. God bless. See you tomorrow. Someone said I cover myself with the blood of Jesus. I don't tell you, say this blood of Jesus, no, they walk. You know, they walk. And you see, the blood of Christ on the cross is not meant for your protection. It is meant for forgiveness of sins. The blood of the Lamb of the new covenant was for the redemption of your soul, not so that I can cover yourself because aliens are coming or spiritual husband is coming. You guys need to go deeper into study. And that's why this Nigerian version of Christianity always fails. It always fails. I tell people this all the time. It always fails. I told you the story about one guy where spirits possess. He told me with his own mouth. He said he decided to go to one church one day. Say he was praying, the spirit too was praying because he can hear the spirit. Say he tired, I can't quiet. Say the spirit, the pastor come and now say the new generator where they just buy, blah 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 blah. Say glory be to God, we thank God, blah 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 blah. Say the spirit tell us saying go off that generator now. Say making off him. The spirit off the generator. Then the spirit come tell us saying go on the generator back. You know, so we need to understand that what religion has done is it has blocked, especially Pentecostalism, it has blocked our minds from evolving into our spirituality. It's very confusing. Someone says, yes, because what you were taught as Christianity is falsehood. So anyway, guys, take good care. God bless. And see you soon.